Built along the banks of the Charles River in 1990, Henderson Boathouse is the ideal home for Northeastern's men's and women's rowing programs. Fully equipped with amenities for training and competing, the venue is a draw for athletes across the globe. Perhaps the most valuable man at the Boathouse, however, is Rick Schroeder, Northeastern's boatman, whose skill, expertise, and care for all aspects of the Boathouse makes him an indispensable resource to both programs.
Rowing at Northeastern went a long time without having a home. So when they built the Henderson Boathouse, it allowed us to combine a home for the men's and the women's rowing programs and really give us somewhere that we could operate out of. We had, now we had offices, we had training facilities, we had ergometer space, we had, a great space to keep our boats. It really just sort of took Northeastern rowing to the next level when that was built. When recruits walk up to the Boathouse, they're in awe. The functional space, it's airy, the ceilings are high, just a beautiful place to train. I think it does have a very positive impact on people when they look at that and associate that with Northeastern University.
I think Henderson Boathouse has a rich history being located on the Charles. It also, is a big driver for recruiting. Being able to have a flagship in Boston is such a cool and historic thing, especially with the rich history of the head of the Charles. And the finish line is located right there.
Henderson is an incredible facility. It's a gorgeous spot. We have amazing boats in it, and you're able to really bring your best because you're in such a supportive, both culturally and also like the actual facility environment.
The Charles River is one of the most iconic rowing venues in the world. It's one of the most challenging courses, and it's also a beautiful place to row. The water is very sheltered. It's almost always calm no matter what the wind is doing. We have a long, straight 2,000-meter stretch plus down in the basin. Whatever you want to do on the Charles, you can find a space to do it almost regardless of what the wind is doing or what the weather's doing.
I have a lot of responsibility in terms of overseeing what goes on with the building. I transport the boats, I repair the boats, I fix the rowing machines, I fix the outboard motors. Anything that doesn't have to do with coaching at the building falls on me.
Rick Schroeder, hands down, is the best boatman in the country. There's no argument there. It starts with Rick is a Husky. I mean, he rowed here, he went to school here, he bleeds red and black as much as any of us. And when he came back to Northeastern as a boatman, you could see the passion and the pride he had for the program. And he carries that with him every day when he comes to work. I mean, he genuinely wants our athletes to be successful, and he's willing to do whatever it takes on his end to make sure that we have everything in place on a daily basis for us to be able to practice at the level that we're practicing at.
We are so lucky to have Rick. He's amazing. Everything is always in good condition. You can just focus on bringing the best out of you. Like, everything is always ready for you. You know that when you race, someone has looked over your boat, and you don't need to be worried about those external factors because Rick is like looking after you, and you just have to go out and be like, how hard can I push?
He organizes the boathouse. He makes sure that all the launches are running well. He makes sure that the trucks and the trailers are ready for trips. He drives them on most trips. But I think his skill as a boatman, being able to fix boats, being able to rig boats, is just a small part of what makes him who he is. And I think what makes him who he is the fact that he has a genuine interest and care for our student athletes and the program as a whole.
He is our rock as well. He is who we look to for guidance, not only as it pertains to, the actual, the boat, but life in general. I mean, he has a more profound impact on this team than a lot of people, realize. Part of the grit of being a Husky on the Charles is being able to be adaptable to any situation. Some people might be in a location where they don't have to, fight wind, fight the tides, fight other schools. An ideal for this team is, be ready for all conditions. It's a part of being a Husky.